my name's Robin and welcome to my YouTube channel, Life Undiagnosed. This is my first video, so I thought it best to be an introduction so you can learn about me and you can learn about my channel. So yeah, here goes. From the outside, minus that I look like a bit of a weirdo with piercings and tattoos and dyed hair and a shaved head, most people just think I'm your everyday garden variety 26-year-old person. You know, I've got a degree in media studies, I work full-time in a job that I absolutely love. I'm engaged to my partner I've been with for 8 years. We own our own house. We don't have any children, but we do have pets. We've got 3 dogs, a cat and 2 rats. We're both massive geeks, really into things like video games, comic books, sci-fi, film and television. In my free time when I'm not at work, I like walking my dogs, I like going on little adventures, I like going out for meals, that kind of stuff. You know, I pretty much sound like a very normal, boring individual, but what people don't realise is that looks aren't everything, and that actually I'm fighting several very serious health conditions that I'm never going to recover from. They'll always be there, they're degenerative, and some of them are quite dangerous, and they're all very life limiting. I am chronically ill, but a lot of people, until I started this blog and this YouTube channel, had no idea that I was quite as ill as I am, because I don't let people see it. I think more of it is the fact that I don't want to admit I'm as ill as I am, so I try my best to hide it and put on a happy, smiley mask, when really it's not always a happy time. Probably a lot of you are wondering what health conditions I have. I will be doing individual videos in the future for each condition, but I thought I'd cover them all in general in this video. So the only one that was diagnosed the longest is that I have a condition called microtia and hemophacial microsomia. Microtia basically means small ear, and this ear here, you can see it's like got hair on it and stuff. I was born with most of that ear missing, and I've had to have 4 lots of surgery to correct it. And microsomia is an asymmetry of the face, but more than is normal. It's a very, very, very mild form of Treacher-Collins. I also got diagnosed with that, but I wasn't again diagnosed until I was about 21. I'm 26 now. So again, it's something I spent ages not knowing why I look like that. I have temporal lobe epilepsy. That was diagnosed when I was 24, 25. I've been having seizures since I was 19 though, so again it took a long time to diagnose. And then recently it got added on that as well as that type of epilepsy, I also suffer from, and I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but myoclonic spasms, which are basically when the electrical activity of my brain gets disrupted, like with a seizure. It causes certain body parts, usually my hips or my shoulders and arms, to twitch without me being able to control it, and not like when you get a random twitch, it's quite violent and hard. So yeah, they're pretty fun, especially when linked in with other conditions, which I'll get to in a minute. I have a condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which means that all my collagen in my body is faulty. So that's all my joints, my skin, my internal organs, everything. It just doesn't form how it should, like how a normal person's would. So my joints dislocate easily, my skin bruises, I don't heal properly, it takes a long time to heal. It causes things like IBS, overactive bladder, which are things that I have. Yeah, it's a pretty sucky disease, and it's very life limiting because you you basically spend all your time in pain because of how loose your joints are, because of how your collagen doesn't work properly. Your body has to work like twice as hard to do everything, so it also causes a lot of fatigue and all that kind of stuff. I have fibromyalgia, I don't know how you pronounce it. Like, this was diagnosed by the pain specialist I was seeing, who also said I have widespread chronic pain. I have IBS and an overactive bladder / stress incontinence, which I mentioned a couple of seconds ago. I have chronic allergies, but I don't know what exactly I'm allergic to. It's possibly part of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, that my body just produces too much histamine, so I just randomly develop allergies to certain things. I know my main triggers are things like perfume, pet dander, pollen, all that kind of stuff, but I also just have random flare-ups for no apparent reason, where my body will come up in hives and I've not done anything or been near anything that's a trigger. So that's always an adventure. And as well as all of those health conditions, a lovely comorbid factor of those is that I also have severe depression, severe anxiety, and a panic disorder, because, as you can imagine, having that much wrong with you is quite stressful. But yeah, a lot of people don't know what I'm going through, and when I do tell them, they're quite shocked, especially when I just kind of stroll into my workplace or wherever and just act completely normal. So I think I've covered them all. So I thought I'd also share with you my medication, because I always get a kick out of people seeing how much I'm on and being genuinely shocked by it when they meet me. So so first, I'm going to apologise about some of the pronunciations. Like, the one I'm about to say, I've had every doctor I've said it to say the name differently, so I don't even think they know how to pronounce it. So first is levetiracetam. I take 1,000 milligrams of that twice a day, which works out at 4 tablets a day. And that's for my epilepsy. Then I take pregabalin. I take 75 milligrams twice a day. That's for epilepsy and for pain management. I take tramadol. I take 100 milligrams of that twice a day. I take tramadol's obviously for pain as well. I take amitriptyline, 50 milligrams once a day. That's for pain management, but also for mental health reasons. I take sertraline, again for mental health reasons. That's 50 milligrams once a day. I take Betmega. This is for my overactive bladder. Basically stops the body creating the spasms that make you think you need the toilet when I don't. So that's really useful. It's also incredibly expensive. My doctor told me that for 1 month's supply, the NHS or the doctors or whatever pay like £150 for like a month's supply of that. So yeah, I'm glad I get my prescriptions for free. Then we've got fexofenadine. I take 180 milligrams twice a day. That's for my allergies. I take Beverin, 135 milligrams. That's 3 times a day. That's to basically keep the cramps I get because of IBS under control when I eat things, because otherwise I'd just be like under my desk at work crying because the cramps are that bad. Fiber gel. I have 2 sachets a day of that. And then the final one is folic acid, 5 milligrams. I take that as as part of my epilepsy medication, because I'm 26, so I am of childbearing age, and because I'm of childbearing age, it means that I could get pregnant, and a lot of epilepsy medication doubles the risk of any child I have of having things like spina bifida and other genetic conditions and all this stuff. So I have to take 5 milligrams folic acid, which is like the highest dose they do, so that it can try and negate the effects of my epilepsy medication, because I can't just stop that when I'm pregnant, because that would put me and the baby at risk. So yeah, if I just work it out, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's 19 sachets and tablets that I take a day at the age of 26. And I will possibly be going on more, because as well as the health conditions I've mentioned, I've got 2 under investigation. One is that I have a slightly enlarged heart, and tachycardia, which means my resting heart rate is usually over 110, and it means that I sometimes feel quite dizzy and faint and weird. And also I'm due to go for an MRI next month, because there is a chance that I have a prolactinoma, which is a small tiny benign tumour on my pituitary gland, which is affecting my periods and my fertility. So if that's the case, because there's a possibility it could be caused by medication, which is what I'm hoping for, although I can't stop that medication. So there's likely going to be more medication because of that, to control the irregular blood results. So yeah, that's sort of why I've started this YouTube channel, is to make people more aware of chronic illness. Like people that I work with, people that don't understand it, I want to make them aware so they know what it's like, so they know not to judge people just by how they look. But I've also done it so I can help people that are maybe going through the same thing, that are working while chronically ill and are struggling, or people that aren't working and they just want someone to talk to, or someone to explain what they're going through. You know, I want to help people, and I want to put a positive spin on something in my life that a lot of people would not be able to cope with and wouldn't be able to see the positive in it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's probably been a bit eye-opening. If you enjoyed it, then like and subscribe to my channel, like the video. In the bottom little box I will put links to all my social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, WordPress, Facebook, YouTube. So yeah, and thank you for watching. Right, bye.